Dear Miss Turner, it is 05:30 here at the Courtyard Marriott Oakland Airport. Our flight yesterday was delayed due to passenger loading in Honolulu. We did not get to our rooms until 20 minutes to midnight. My last stay here at the Courtyard Marriott Oakland Airport was not a good one because of what I thought was a couple of dogs locked in a car in the parking lot that barked all night. When I told the clerk at the front desk this, he told me, "Oh no sir, those are the guard dogs at the body shop next door. This hotel is not listed on your crew hotel list to comment on, so you are getting this since you wrote the memo informing crews of the change to this fine establishment." I have heard of crews complain of the location, but having spent many a night in this neighborhood since 1982, I ignored them. There is a great jogging path nearby that is just across the canal from where the recent shooting took place at a nursing school. Not to worry, the shooter was a disgruntled student that had a hard time meeting women, so being male I figure I am not a target for that kind of person, and any other shooters in this neighborhood are not up early enough or good enough with a gun to hit a moving target. Yet I digress. Now that you have the demographics here at the Courtyard Marriott Oakland Airport, one can understand why a business would choose to have dogs at his establishment. Of course, a concerned business owner would want nothing short of the best in the protection department and see the need for canines that would be intimidating to an intruder before they entered the premises. Knowing that some or most of the criminal persuasion choose the occupation of thief because of a lack of higher intellect, you would want to choose a dog that appeals to the part of the brain that hasn't actually evolved since man first walked upright. The part that controls fight-flight. Your choice of dog would be something with a mouth that was in size between a crocodile and grizzly, I am sure. Next, you would want a dog or two that would have the ability to activate the primal portion of the brain that has a direct line to the adrenal gland, so that when he hears the deep and loud bark from the animal, he finds that he involuntarily begins to run in the opposite direction, with the only thing slowing him is each and every hair on his body standing straight up, producing parasitic drag, which could only be countered by the fact that he has reduced his body weight by eliminating digested foods due to another involuntary bodily response induced by fear. Now that I have set the scene for my stay here at the Courtyard Marriott Oakland Airport, allow me to tell you off me night. It seems that any room given to a crew gives them a ringside seat to listen to Thor and Ripper, who both take their jobs very seriously. Even through double pane windows, these trusty audible alarms are working the night shift, protecting a parking lot full of wrecked cars from any slight movement or sound that their hypersensitive doggy ears or night vision equipped eyes might imagine. If I didn't know better, I would wager that they have an innate ability to sense when the occupants of the Courtyard Marriott Oakland Airport are just about to reach the REM stage, and then they launch into a barking tirade which could not be outdone by any dog pound on the planet. Seriously, even the air conditioning units here at the Courtyard Marriott Oakland Airport, which remind me of the coffee percolator my grandmother had, only this one would be on steroids, can't drown out these two presto log generating tsunami sirens. After my last stay, I chose to leave my air conditioning unit off and suffer a stuffed up nose, but I guess the person in the room next to me uses it in an attempt to drown out Thor and Ripper. Maybe because there is a wall between us, as is almost loud enough to drown them out for me, but not quite. Well, I hope I was able to convey to you how little, if any, rest I got here at the Courtyard Marriott Oakland Airport. My first officer and I are supposed to deadhead to Seattle this morning at 10 a.m., then sit for 3 hours, then do a San Francisco turn, getting into Seattle at 18:30 tonight. I am thinking that isn't going to happen due to Thor and Ripper keeping us awake all night. My state of mind is degraded to where I was thinking that I am glad I am no longer a FFDO, because I would have been severely tempted to an unauthorized use of my weapon, and Thor and Ripper would have succumbed to an overdose of mineral supplements. 185 grains of lead injected from a distance of 50 yards. Not that anyone would have heard the gunshots over the air conditioning units. If they would have thought another male nurse had gun posted, or someone just created an opening in management in the local Bloods multi-level drug business, I am sure. May your nights be restful. Captain Too Tired.